What happened?
Extraordinarily shocking news out of Pennsylvania. Former President Donald Trump shot and wounded at a rally in Pennsylvania. Tonight, the gunman and a rally attendee are dead. The former president is expected to be okay. And tonight, President Biden condemned the attack, and he said he spoke with the former president over the phone.
Jewel Hillary joins us live tonight with the latest. Jewel.
Hi, good evening, Jackie and Tamania. When we first heard from the president earlier tonight, he said that he'd reached out to the former president, hadn't gotten in touch with him, but now just hearing that they have had a conversation. And as you mentioned, while the former President Trump is expected to be okay, we have got word from authorities that 2 people, including the shooter, are dead and 2 others are critically injured. Tonight, there are still so many questions about today's attack, like who the shooter was and how they got as far as they did.
And you know, that's a little bit old.
After just a few minutes speaking on stage during a campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania,
take a look at what happened.
gunshots fire off as former President Trump grabs for his ear, then drops to the ground and is surrounded by Secret Service agents. More shots are heard as screams and panic come from the crowd.
Probably a minute or 2 before the shooting, saw a guy, gray shirt, climbing up the metal roof on the building right beside us, and didn't know what he was doing, trying to alert cops and police that there was a guy crawling on the roof. And then we saw a rifle sling over his shoulder, and yeah, after that, a couple shots fired off.
Tonight, President Joe Biden condemned the violence, saying he's reached out to try and talk to Trump, who he's been told is in the care of his doctors and doing well.
Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening.
After being shielded on the ground for several seconds, Trump, bleeding from his face, raises his fist as the Secret Service rushes him out of the rally.
But the bottom line is that the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully and without any problem.
A local prosecutor says the suspected gunman and at least 1 rally attendee are dead. Law enforcement officials say the shooter was killed by the Secret Service. The attack comes in the midst of a deeply polarized political climate, 4 months from the presidential election and days before the start of the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee.
With regard to the RNC, there will be, I think, a difference in tone. My guess is we'll see because former President Trump is so beloved by Republicans, there will be perhaps a more somber moment. There may be more prayer.
WGN political analyst Paul Lisnick says in the aftermath of tonight's attack, he questions if new discussions about furthering Second Amendment rights take center stage at the RNC.
Because arguably in a situation like this, somebody shot the shooter, and the shooter also has a gun. So problems in so many directions there. We'll see how it gets addressed at the convention.
Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle, including Governor J.B. Pritzker, are wishing Trump well. The governor says, violence is never the answer in our democracy. I am closely monitoring the situation and praying for former President Trump's recovery. Thankful to the Secret Service for their quick response.
It's just a sad day for America.
The Trump campaign shared a statement saying the former president looks forward to his participation in the Republican National Convention starting on Monday in Milwaukee. Jackie and Tamon.
Jewel, thank you.
All right.